Hi there. Today we're going to talk about how to find your listing documents. We're going to start by using the agent dashboard. You'll see that HomeSmart Connection is the link to get to your agent dashboard where you have all of these wonderful resources. And I ask that you please give it a try. Go in and check out all these wonderful links and, save it as a bookmark here, like star it, or even go to your settings and make it one of your startups here in settings. So you can make it a startup. We're going to get out of here though and go back to what I was wanting to show you, which is down in the bottom left-hand corner is the file that says documents. So I'm going to click on that. And right away, you'll see agent documents. You can go ahead and start scrolling. And what you'll see is the first card, they call these cards, is full of listing documents. So we have all of our HomeSmart Connect. There's a couple of, Main Street forms in here, but mostly it's HomeSmart Connect forms that include the MRED MLS exemption form in case you're not going to put your listing in the MLS for a few days and you don't want to go in the privates. The notice of no agency, if you need that for when you do an open house for a listing that is not your listing. We've got our list of smart title attorneys. A handout that I think is really helpful to bring at listing appointments and just some great forms there. Now, if I continue scrolling, you're going to see that there's brochures for your listings. So these are the forms that need to accompany your listings as well that you can download and bring with you, print out and bring with you. So simply what you do I'm try not to scroll too fast for you. I'm going to go to the listing agreement at the top. It's going to open it. And here it is. It's already fillable. I can start typing and fill out the entire form like this. When you are done filling out the form, what you're going to do is go here and download it with your changes. And what that's going to do is allow you to save it. And that way you can go back into your, let's say you have Dotloop or DocuSign, whatever you're using, and then you can upload it into there. So we've got that. The other thing is when you're in here, you can scroll down and go to buyer documents. In here, we currently have the 8.0, exclusive buyer representation agreement, compensation statement again, the modification for your buyer representation agreement, our smart lenders, appraisal gap addendums, escalation addendum, and a dual agency form. So that should be helpful there. We are also working on lease or rental documents. Currently, in here, we just have a couple of things. They're NASBAR forms and a leasing worksheet that is from Main Street, but it's a leasing worksheet for landlords, which is very helpful. And first month's rent, which is where your your tenant can make their first month's rent payment. So in here, it actually ends up being just a link for it. There's also a lease compensation statement. So this is more lessor to lessee. So landlord to tenant kind of being paid, or, landlord or tenant paying the broker. And if you keep scrolling, you'll see that there's tenant representation. So we have divided it up between landlord forms and tenant forms. So I hope that that's very helpful. What you're showing is a little bit different than what you might see because I control the website. So when I open it, it goes into a little bit different background. But I hope that this was very helpful for you today. And we will continue to add more great forms to these files. Thanks so much.